Hey, so I wanted to make a short video. I'm disassembling my Springfield XD 40 uh, because I got a new slide from Deviate. And one of the things that I ran into, you've got to take it all apart, but one of the things that I ran into in videos on YouTube was that everybody was willing to disassemble just about everything on the slide, including, all the interior stuff except the extractor. Nobody wanted to touch the extractor because fear of breaking. Well, I've got a new slide, and so I either have to do one of two things: order a new one, or go ahead and extract this extractor. How about that? Anyway, so one of the problems that you run into is it's really in there pretty tight. And I'm going to do some close-ups here in a second that show you what's going on. But one of the things that I wanted to get into was that in the little area there where the base of the extractor sits, and there's a pin at the end. It's part of the part of the extractor itself. There's a little indentation where you can fit a tool down in there. And the only guy that I saw do that had a particular spiral dental tool that was pretty substantial. And everything I had, all the picks that I had, all the dental picks and everything, they're just going to bend, like they said. So the way I went at this, and I'll show you, was a very special tool that you can get at any store for about $2, Home Depot, whatever. I've been painting my house. Ta-da! It's a paint can opener. Now, two things. There's a little tiny indentation in the back of that slot that's only about 10 millimeters long. And this has to fit down in there. And as is, it was a little too wide. This was probably 12 millimeters. And for those of you who can't do the conversions, there's an app for that. Anyway, two things I did was I ground it down so that it's 10 millimeters. And then I just took a little cutting tool and I put a little notch right along the inside edge. I don't think you need that. I was just screwing around with the Dremel tool and I thought, well, I'll do this too. I'm not sure if it helped or not, but I did it. And so I'm not sure if I can manipulate this real well, but in the light. But essentially, this tool will fit down behind the extractor into that indentation. And once you get underneath the extractor, you just pry it this direction. So I'll put this together and I'll do it for you and show you how simple it is with this. I'm sure Springfield makes a tool specific for this. I'm not sure the cost, but for me, grinding down one of these paint tools, worst case scenario is going to spend, $2.95 or whatever it is. I don't know what they cost. But this was after hours of attacking it in different ways. And I put some Kevlar thread under there and pulled on that. And anyway, nothing else worked. This popped into my head. And as is most of the case, once you get the diagnostics through and you figure out what you need to do, it only takes 30 seconds to actually fix the problem. So I'll put this back together and we'll try this in front of you on camera. Okay, here's the extractor in place. You can see a couple of things in here. You can see the kind of the pin built into it right there. And then there's some gaps top and bottom along here. And that little indentation I told you about is back in this area, indentation in the slide. So simple as day, just stick the paint tool in there, the paint can tool. And when you pry a little, put a little pressure on the extractor and then just pry it this direction. And what do you know? Bada bing. So hope this helps. Yeah. Thanks for watching.